Hi guys, I'm back with another anime movie review for you. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather at the moment though, so hopefully that's not going to affect the quality too much, but I can't really make any promises on that. Um, this week I am reviewing Mardock Scramble, the movie trilogy. Um, this movie trilogy is based on the novels of Tom Carter, and yeah, like I say, it's three movies, and they're all about 60, 70 minutes long, so sort of quite short, nice and easy to get through. The basic premise is the main character, Rune Below, that lady there, is a prostitute that's murdered by some sort of devious gangster fella. Um, and just before she sort of like fades out, she gets brought back to life again by a group of scientists. And they're sort of and then from then on in, she's got a cyborg body and she's out for revenge. Although in this case, revenge is more like criminal prosecution, which isn't really quite as cool as bloody revenge, but that's their choice, I suppose. And yeah, that's basically the general gist of the three movies. It's just sort of her coming back to life, getting to terms with things, and then sort of going after her enemy or by the courtroom. Um, as you can probably guess from the sort of cyborg themes and all that sort of stuff, it's sci-fi and um, sort of quite cyberpunk, similar to sort of things like Ghost in the Shell and Psychopaths in sort of style, I think. Um, However, this is sort of quite a dark anime. It's got a lot sort of more darker themes and mature themes than I've seen in quite a long time as far as anime concerns. I've not seen anything sort of this dark since like the late 90s sort of anime that came through, which might shock quite a few viewers, but some might not be bothered at all. I really don't know. Like I say, prostitution, sex, all that sort of stuff's thrown in there, so it's not really stuff you're used to if you watch a lot of Naruto and Dragon Ball Z, I suppose. Um, what I thought of Mardock Scramble. Well, the first movie, it was mixed for me. Sort of, quite a lot of the darker scenes were sort of quite uncomfortable viewing, and I didn't really sort of know how to feel about it. The sci-fi elements were quite cool, and some of the action was really good. But like I say, when you feel uncomfortable every now and again, it's not really enjoyment. So I don't know really what to say about that. And but I mean, I did enjoy the film. I gave this one a 7, I think, and I think Francesca thought about the same as me. Um, but from then in, you got the first movie sort of build up, and then the sort of fight, and then you've got the second and third movie, and they probably didn't need to make them. Like I say, it's all action in the first movie, and then you've got a tangent of playing cards and another tangent of playing cards at a casino, and for some reason that's where the sort of super gory, super sexy sci-fi anime goes. Just they play a lot of cards in a casino for some reason. Um, however, they do build to a climax in the third movie, so it's not all about poker and blackjack, which might disappoint some if they really like poker and blackjack. But if they want blood and guts, you're not going to be quite as happy about it. Actually, saying that, I was quite fond of the second movie. I really enjoyed the casino scenes. The roulette was pretty good, and the poker was pretty good as well. I think probably I think in the second and third movie, the main character comes out of a shell quite a bit, and that improves the quality quite a lot. In the first movie, she's just sort of like a vapid shell, and makes it really hard to enjoy again. As for the second movie, even though I said it was my favourite, I still only gave it a 7. It's sort of, and the same for the third. It's another 7. They're all sort of differing in quality, but they're all very similar at the same time. So you can't really sort of draw a favourite from them, and they're all 7s. None of them are 8s, and none of them are 6s really. Um, like I say, for some reason, it seems like they approached the writer and said, what do you want to write about? And he said, I want to write a casino movie. And they're like, oh yeah, that's cool. What's the backdrop going to be? He said, murdered prostitute comes back as cyborg. And really, it should probably be the other way around. As for the characters, like I said, the main character kind of crap at the beginning, and she improves in quality as the thing goes on. Um, One of the other scientists, he's sort of all right. The bad guys, they don't really get enough airtime. They're just there when we need bad guys, so they're a bit of wasted space, really. The one sort of saving grace, and I don't know if there's sort of a picture anywhere on this. You're probably not going to be able to make that out, but that is a very little mouse, a little yellow mouse who can change into weapons and of anything you need, basically. And he's a little mouse called Ufcock. And he is really cool. We really like the mouse. He's sort of a guardian angel to a guardian angel to Rune Below, and he's the sort of sensible thoughts inside her mind, and the two of them work together really well. But him on his own, he's just fantastic, and he really makes the trilogy for me. Um, and yeah, I think that's. I assume you do not know a lot about French words for eggs, but oeufcock is the French for some type of egg. I'm not really sure why. And basically, throughout the trilogy, eggs get mentioned every like 2 seconds, pretty much. Their spaceship is a giant egg. On the poker table, there's some pictures of some eggs for some reason at some point. They probably mentioned cracking the case several times. I believe either Rune or Below is another French term for egg. The scientist is called Dr. Easter, egg. I think the bad guy is called Boiled, egg. Um, and I don't know, it's mainly poor writing probably from the author, but whatever. It doesn't really affect the quality awfully much. As for recommendations, like I said before, it's a lot like Ghost in the Shell and Psycho Pass in sort of style. It's all very sort of cyberpunk. Although thematically, I would probably say it shares more similarities between sort of 90s shock anime like Goku's Midnight Eye, Wicked City, and Legend of the Overfiend. Those are more about demons, but you've got all the brutality and the sex and all that sort of stuff. So it's sort of a cross between the two, I'd say. But yeah, that's the general gist of this review. All in all, I enjoyed Mardock Scramble, and I would say, if you're into violent anime or anime with a lot of sex scenes and very, very dark themes, you would enjoy this. But if you like your anime all sort of shiny and fuzzy and you love your Pikachus, back there somewhere, maybe steer clear of this one. But yeah, that's my review. 7 out of 10. Check it out if you want. Cheers. Bye.